We're talking about the relationship between the people in this region and the impact of the fighting inside Somalia. The problem of discrimination, allegations of discrimination against Somalis, is most acute in the north of the country. This month, Human Rights Watch said Kenyan security forces were beating and arbitrarily detaining citizens and Somali refugees in Kenya's northeastern province, which borders on Somalia. According to Human Rights Watch, security forces rounded up and beat residents of the provincial capital Garissa in a local military camp. Ahmadnadhir Omar is from the campaigning group Northern Lobby Group, representing Somalis in Kenya.
They went there with a set mind that any Somali they find, whether it's a Somali from Kenya or Somali from Somalia, any Somali is a potential criminal. And in the end, what that means is that when, for instance, a grenade attack happens, the KDF forces go all over and arrest the same people who are themselves victims. And we even had cases, particularly in Garissa, where a grenade attack happened. One of the victims who was injured was arrested because they said that he was behind it and they could not prove. I mean, I think the case is still in court and the aggrieved victim is pursuing. So those are some of the things that are happening where people are arbitrarily arrested. They may be released immediately thereafter because the current constitution does not allow someone to stay in cell beyond 24 hours. So it's like the police forces do take advantage of the 24 hours in the sense that they will want to release you before the 24-hour constitutional time elapses, but at the expense of, some cash that changes hands.
Do you have any sympathy with the added security? Because here we are in Eastleigh, there are guys selling jihadist DVDs in the street. You know, there is something going on here that is not supporting the Kenyan Defence Forces and not supporting an integrated Kenya.
Well, two things here. We do not support any person with terrorist ideologies, any person trying to interfere with our peaceful environment and the coexistence that we have in Kenya. We've come so far. We do not support and we do not have any sympathy, and we want that person to be dealt with in the most merciless manner possible. But that does not mean that at the expense of us being harassed, and we cannot just let go of our rights. Our rights have to be upheld under whatever circumstance.
How much discrimination do Somalis face in Kenya now? Somali Kenyans or Somalis who have come here from Somalia?
Well, in Kenya, Somalis are Somalis. We can't blame our fellow Kenyans who are not Somalis because they cannot differentiate us. I mean, our looks are the same, our language in the ears is the same, and the media has also had its fair share in trying to kind of aggravate the situation that was already bad. And the perception and the impression they create in all the media platforms that all the Somalis are sort of the same, you know. But thanks to the government, we have an agency called the National Cohesion and Integration Commission. They have done quite some work, not actually in educating the people, but trying to create awareness.
As well as the harassment that you spoke about and the arrests, what other discrimination or what other pressure do Somalis feel?
Well, there is a pressure actually right now as we are talking in trying to get citizenship, because any person who was born in Kenya and whose parents are Kenyans, once he attains the age of 18 is supposed to have a national identity card. It has become very difficult to access that very vital, important document. And you are an alien or a refugee in your own country, you know. You live on planet Earth and you cannot identify yourself with any country on Earth. I mean, it does not make any sense and really makes life very difficult. We have university students who have gone through secondary school, who are some of them undertaking professional courses like medicine and law. But then, unfortunately, they do not have the national identity card. And life becomes so difficult for them after university. Where do they go to?
That Ahmadnadhir Omar from the campaigning Northern Lobby Group.